Good evening. This is Akashvani. I am Valsa Williams with the news at 9. The headlines. President Droupadi Murmu says climate change raises concerns about food and water security. Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurates second edition of World Food India in New Delhi, says fusion of technology and taste to pave the way for the future's economy. U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken urges Israel to take steps to protect civilians in Gaza. In national games in Goa, Maharashtra retains lead in the medals tally with 164 medals. Haryana's Meenakshi wins 2 gold in 10-kilometer scratch race and 3-kilometer individual categories. And in ICC Men's Cricket World Cup, Afghanistan beat the Netherlands by 7 wickets at Ekana Stadium in Lucknow. President Droupadi Murmu today said climate change has raised concerns about food and water security and a concerted action is needed to tackle the issue. Addressing the inaugural function of the national level art exhibition in New Delhi, President Murmu said that life values of the tribal communities should be adopted.
Climate change has raised concern about food and water security. We are battling a grave crisis where the time is not on our side. In this race against time, what we need is concerted action plan. At the same time, we have to make sure that the vanguard of the forest force and its ableist sons and daughters are not deprived of their rights, rightful place and recognition in society.
President Murmu highlighted that 70% of the total tiger population of the world is found in India, and the communities living around tiger reserves and national parks also have an important contribution in this achievement. President Droupadi Murmu has said that the use of latest and advanced technologies is very important in all fields, especially the field of engineering. Addressing the probationers of military engineer services at Rashtrapati Bhavan today, the President said the role of an engineer is not just limited to calculations, designing and construction. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has said today that the fusion of technology and taste will pave the way for the economy of the future. Inaugurating the second edition of World Food India in New Delhi, Mr. Modi stressed that India's food diversity is a dividend for global investors. Mr. Modi said food security is one of the key challenges being faced by the world in the 21st century. The Prime Minister said in the last 9 years the sector has attracted foreign direct investment of more than 50,000 crore rupees as a result of the government's pro-industry and pro-farmer policies. The Prime Minister noted that women in India have the natural ability to lead the food processing industry.
आज भारत दुनिया को विमेन लेड डेवलपमेंट का मार्ग दिखा रहा है। भारत की इकोनॉमी में महिलाओं की भागीदारी लगातार बढ़ रही है। इसका भी फायदा फूड प्रोसेसिंग इंडस्ट्री को हो रहा है। आज भारत में 9 करोड़ से ज्यादा महिलाएं सेल्फ हेल्प ग्रुप से जुड़ी हैं। आज इस कार्यक्रम में भी 1 लाख से ज्यादा महिलाओं को, जो विमेन सेल्फ हेल्प ग्रुप चलाती हैं, 1 लाख से ज्यादा महिलाओं को करोड़ों रुपयों की सीड कैपिटल दी गई.
On the occasion, the Prime Minister disbursed seed capital assistance for over 1 lakh self-help group members. The Prime Minister also inaugurated Food Street as part of World Food India 2023. 18 startups from various parts of the country are showcasing over 30 Ayush products at the World Food India exhibition at Pragati Maidan in New Delhi. Talking exclusively to Akashvani News, Secretary, Ministry of Ayush Rajesh Kotecha highlighted the importance of traditional food and said this is the right time for the Ayush sector to take off their businesses. Information and Broadcasting Minister Anurag Singh Takur has said that piracy causes a loss of over 20,000 crore rupees to the film and entertainment industry every year. Talking to reporters in New Delhi, Mr. Takur said the Parliament has passed the Cinematograph Amendment Act 2023 during the monsoon session this year to check this menace.
कानून भी बन गया है, अधिकारी भी नियुक्त हो गए हैं। अब आपको एक कॉल करके या एक शिकायत करके या कोई जानकारी देकर उसके खिलाफ कड़ी कार्रवाई कर सकते हैं और ये हजारों करोड़ का लगभग 20 से 25 हजार करोड़ का सालाना नुकसान, इसको बचाने की दिशा में भी आगे बढ़ेंगे। 3 लाख रुपए तक का जुर्माना और 3 साल तक की सजा, ये सब, और 5% जो उसका ऑडिटेड ग्रॉस प्रोडक्शन कॉस्ट है उसका भी उसको जुर्माना हो सकता है जो करोड़ों में जाता है।
Delhi continues to reel under severe pollution, with air quality dipping to the severe category. Due to the worsening condition of the air quality, special precautionary measures should be adopted by everyone. Talking to Akashvani News, head of the Department of Pulmonary Medicine, All India Institute of Medical Sciences, Delhi, has advised to avoid going out as much as possible. He also said that special care should be taken by children, the elderly, and those with lung problems.
In this poor air quality, it is advisable that people stay indoors as far as possible unless it is absolutely essential to go out. If at all they have to go out, always they should wear a mask, stay outdoor as minimal as possible. Especially children and people with lung disease, severe diseases, or the elderly people who are more at risk should avoid going for the morning and evening walk. Kids might have to avoid, outdoor playing for a few days in this bad air quality until things become better.
Meanwhile, the BJP today accused the Delhi government of not taking any concrete steps to curb pollution. Briefing reporters in New Delhi, party spokesperson Gaurav Bhatia said Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal last year had sought a year to control the problem of air pollution. However, Delhi Environment Minister Gopal Rai has said, in view of the increasing air pollution in the national capital, 345 water sprinkling machines have been deployed for sprinkling of water in the city. This is Akashvani giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today had a telephonic conversation with the President of the United Arab Emirates, UAE, Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan. The two leaders exchanged views on the developments in the West Asia region. Both leaders also expressed deep concern at terrorism, the deteriorating security situation, and the loss of civilian lives. They also emphasized the importance of durable peace, security, and stability in the region. Senior BJP leader and Union Home Minister Amit Shah released the party's manifesto for the Chhattisgarh Assembly elections in Raipur today. Many senior party leaders were present on the occasion. The party has issued a separate manifesto for Bastar and Sarguja divisions in Chhattisgarh, as well as for all the 90 assembly constituencies of the state, keeping in mind the local needs. More from our correspondent.
Bharatiya Janata Party has named its manifesto for the Chhattisgarh Assembly election as Modi's guarantee. BJP has promised to start Krishak Unnati Yojana. Under this scheme, paddy will be purchased from farmers 21 quintals per acre at a rate of rupees 3,100. Apart from this, annual financial assistance of 12,000 rupees will be provided to every married woman of the state. LPG cylinders will be provided to women belonging to poor families for rupees 500. Recruitment will be done for 1 lakh vacant government posts in a time-bound and transparent manner. Naya Raipur will be made the innovation hub of Central India. Vikalp Shukla, Akashvani News, Raipur.
In Rajasthan, on the 5th day of filing of nominations for the assembly elections, apart from the candidates of the BJP, Congress and other parties, a large number of independent candidates also filed their nominations. A total of 713 nominations have been filed so far in the state. More from our correspondent.
State Congress President Govind Singh Dotasara filed his nomination from the Lakshmangarh seat. Ramesh Meena, Mamta Bhupesh, Bhajan Lal Jatav and Bhavar Singh Bhati are prominent faces among those who filed nominations today as the Congress candidate. On the other hand, Leader of Opposition Rajendra Rathod filed his nomination as BJP candidate from Taranagar constituency. Several BJP candidates including Dr. Kirulal Meena, Kalicharan Saraf, Ashok Dogra have also filed their nominations. Jitendra Dwivedi, Akashvani News, Jaipur.
In Telangana, on the first day of filing of nominations for assembly polls, former Minister T. Nageshwar Rao of the Congress from Khammam constituency and Maheshwar Reddy of BJP in Nirmal were among the candidates who filed their nominations today. Meanwhile, the first online nomination was also filed by Jalagam Sudhir Kumar as an independent candidate in Kodad. Nominations will be filed till the 10th of this month. Meanwhile, the YSR Telangana Party Chief Sharmila Reddy announced party support to the Congress. In another development, MIM President Asaduddin Owaisi announced that his party will contest from 9 constituencies. The Election Commission of India, ECI, has launched an integrated expenditure monitoring software, a new tech-enabled portal to facilitate online filing of contribution report, election expenditure statement, and audited annual accounts by the political parties. This facility will enable political parties to file statutory and regulatory compliances, reports and statements in a smooth manner with greater transparency. For ease of monitoring of election expenses, candidates would be required to open a separate bank account and incur their election expenses from only that account. The Enforcement Directorate, ED, has claimed that Mahadev betting app promoters have given 508 crore rupees to Chhattisgarh Chief Minister Bhupesh Baghel. The agency is probing a money laundering case against Mahadev Book online betting app. The agency said during its searches yesterday it had intercepted 5.39 crore rupees cash in the poll-bound state. The U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken appealed to Israel today to take steps to protect civilians in Gaza as its forces kept up their bombardment of the Palestinian enclave and the death toll among residents soared. The visit aims to push for humanitarian pauses in the war to minimize harm to civilians in the Gaza Strip. This is his third visit to the country since the deadly Hamas attacks on the 7th of October. Blinken also reiterated that Israel has a right to do everything possible to ensure that such an attack never happens again. Meanwhile, Hamas-run Health Ministry in Gaza said that more than 9,000 people have been killed in the Gaza Strip since Israel launched its retaliatory strikes. 242 women, children and elderly are being held hostage by Hamas in Gaza. The UN said this morning that it would launch an appeal for $1.2 billion to support the entire population of Gaza and the West Bank. In the 37th National Games at Goa, Maharashtra has continued its dominance since the beginning itself and retained its first position. Till now, Maharashtra has bagged 164 medals and 60 gold. Services Sport Control Board also continued its second position in the medal tally with a total of 74 medals and 43 gold medals. Haryana stood at third position with a total of 89 medals and 32 gold. Exceptional performance was given by Meenakshi of Haryana. She achieved 2 gold in the 10-kilometer scratch race and 3-kilometer individual pursuit women categories. In the star-studded 200-meter race for women, Shabani Nanda from Odisha secured gold. Pradeep Senthil Kumar from Tamil Nadu secured the gold in 800 meters for men. Chanda Kumari from Delhi won the gold in 800 meters for women. In aquatics, 800-meter freestyle for men, Kushagra Rawat of Delhi won the gold medal, while in 100-meter backstroke women, Palak Joshi from Maharashtra won the gold. In ICC Men's Cricket World Cup, Afghanistan beat the Netherlands by 7 wickets to keep their hope for a semi-final berth alive at Ekana Stadium in Lucknow today. Chasing a target of 180 runs to win, Afghanistan achieved the target in 31.3 overs. For Afghanistan, Hashmatullah Shahidi remained unbeaten with a magnificent 56 in 64 balls, while Rahmat Shah scored 52 in 54 balls. Earlier, Afghanistan bowled the Netherlands out for a paltry total of 179 in 46.3 overs. Cybrand Engelbrecht made 86 ball 58 to emerge as the top scorer for the Netherlands. Afghanistan's Mohammad Nabi was declared the player of the match for his wonderful bowling performance of 3 for 28. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. President Droupadi Murmu says climate change raises concerns about food and water security. Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurates second edition of World Food India in New Delhi, says fusion of technology and taste to pave the way for future's economy. US Secretary of State Antony Blinken urges Israel to take steps to protect civilians in Gaza. In national games in Goa, Maharashtra retains lead in medal tally with 164 medals. Haryana's Meenakshi wins 2 gold in 10-kilometer scratch race and 3-kilometer individual categories. And in ICC Men's Cricket World Cup, Afghanistan beat the Netherlands by 7 wickets at Ekana Stadium in Lucknow. That is all in the news at 9. Good night.